Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the hidden stories within company reports, and today we're diving into a crucial development for Charles River Laboratories International Incorporated. Turns out what felt like a storm brewing for a while has finally passed, and we're going to break down exactly what that means for the company and its investors. Before we dive in, if you're all about getting clear, no-nonsense insights from corporate filings, make sure you are subscribed. And if you'd like to connect with fellow finance enthusiasts and get even more exclusive content, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. Alright, so what we have here is a Form 8K filing from Charles River Laboratories International Incorporated. Now normally this form signals something new and noteworthy has happened. And in this case, it's definitely noteworthy, but not in the way some might have feared. Let's rewind a bit. Back in May of 2023, Charles River Laboratories, or CRL, as we'll call them, received some serious attention from the US Securities and Exchange Commission, the CSEC. The SEC's enforcement division, which is like the police force for companies, started asking questions. They were particularly interested in how CRL got its non-human primates, which are often used in research, and how the company talked about this to the public. This wasn't just a casual chat, it escalated to a document subpoena, and more questions. On top of that, CRL's own internal watchdog, their audit committee, hired lawyers to conduct their own investigation into these same issues. Naturally, this kind of news can make investors a little nervous. But here is the big news. The main event of this report, on the 14th of November 2025, the SEC's Enforcement Division told CRL that they've wrapped up their investigation, and the key takeaway based on everything they saw is that the SEC does not plan to take any enforcement action against CRL. Think of it as getting a clean bill of health from the regulators. And to top it off, the company's own independent investigation also wrapped up, and it found no significant problems. Nothing that they consider material, meaning nothing important enough to warrant major changes or concern. This is a huge relief for Charles River Laboratories. When a company is under investigation, especially by the SEC, there is always the possibility of hefty fines, legal battles, and significant damage to their reputation. For CRL, a company that provides research services and products to pharmaceutical and biotechnology companies, trust and credibility are everything. For their clients, knowing that their suppliers are operating cleanly is paramount. So what does this mean in simple terms? It means the cloud of uncertainty that has been hanging over CRL since 2023 has lifted. The questions about their sourcing of non-human primates and their disclosures have been answered to the satisfaction of the CSE. This allows the company to move forward with more confidence, focusing on its core business operations without the looming threat of regulatory penalties. Now, while this filing doesn't contain detailed financial tables, the implications of this SEC investigation concluding are massive for the company's financial health and stability. Imagine you are building a bridge, and for 2 years there is a question mark over whether the foundation is sound. Now, you know the foundation is solid. This clarity can boost investor confidence. While we don't have the numbers right here in this report, you can bet that when their next quarterly or annual report comes out, this cleared hurdle will reflect positively. Investors often shy away from companies facing significant regulatory scrutiny, so this news is a green light for potential and existing shareholders. This means the company can potentially attract more investment, perhaps even at better valuations, because the risk associated with this particular issue has been removed. The filing is signed by Matthew L. Daniel, who holds some important titles: Corporate Senior Vice President, General Counsel, Corporate Secretary, and Chief Compliance Officer. His sign-off on the 17th of November 2025 signals that the company has officially acknowledged and reported this outcome. It is the formal end of a chapter for CRL regarding this specific inquiry. Looking at the bigger picture, Charles River Laboratories International Incorporated is a pretty significant player in the life sciences industry. They are essential for drug discovery and development. Companies that need to test new drugs or treatments rely on CRL for everything from lab animals to specialized testing services. So when there is any doubt about their operations, it can create ripples throughout the entire research and development pipeline for many other companies. This resolution is good not just for CRL, but for the broader scientific community that depends on their services. Now let's think about what this means moving forward. With this CSE issue resolved, Charles River Laboratories can fully concentrate on its growth strategies and operational execution. They can push ahead with new initiatives, potential acquisitions or expansions without this hanging over their head. The market tends to reward companies that demonstrate strong governance and transparency, and by cooperating with the CSE and conducting their own thorough investigation, CRL has shown they are committed to those principles. What are the notable risks or opportunities here? The opportunity is clear: renewed investor confidence, a more stable operating environment, and the ability to focus on growth. The risk, though, diminished by this news was the potential for severe penalties and reputational damage. Now that this has been cleared, the main risks for CRL will likely shift back to the more standard business challenges, competition in the life sciences sector, regulatory hurdles for their clients' drug development, and the overall economic climate affecting research and development budgets. But the specific risk tied to this CSE inquiry is now effectively gone. In conclusion, this filing is a significant positive development for Charles River Laboratories International Incorporated. The conclusion of the SEC investigation without enforcement action, coupled with the absence of material findings in their own probe, marks a substantial de-risking event for the company. It allows them to operate with greater certainty and should be well. Received by the market, the company's commitment to transparency, even under scrutiny, has paid off, reinforcing its position as a reliable partner in the critical field of life sciences research. Alright, that is our breakdown of Charles River Laboratories' latest filing. What is your take on this resolution and what it signals for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate finance. And don't forget to join our Discord community for more discussions. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time on Corporate Decoder.